Hey, how's it going, everybody? Troy here with the Half Court Report YouTube channel. It is lottery draft night, whatever it is, but the lottery picks are set, and I'm going to go through them. This is like my instant reaction. Literally, like just a minute or two ago, I was watching the lottery. So, number one pick, the Detroit Pistons, and Cade Cunningham. He's the guy. That's who it's going to be. I think end of discussion. Right there, you put Cade on a team that already has the perhaps promising rookie of last year in Killian Hayes. You've got Saddiq Bey, who was great last year. Isaiah Stewart, who had a really good rookie season as well. Tons of cap space. Detroit, they are in good hands. They have their franchise player in Cade Cunningham. And even though Killian Hayes is more of a point guard, I still like how Cade and Killian can also share the ball together. Another playmaker to add. Okay, number two, Houston Rockets, and they're gonna go with Jalen Green. I would be shocked if they don't. Well, now that I'm already talking myself into Evan Mobley, perhaps Evan Mobley and Christian Wood, that would be a really, really nice front court. But then you have Jalen Green, who has that superstar potential as well. Cleveland with the number 3 pick. You got to think a guy like Jalen Suggs is a possibility here. Evan Mobley, I don't know how much sense that would make, especially with Jarrett Allen. You got to think if Jalen Green is off the board, they would go with Jalen Green at number 3. So a lot of it will depend if Houston takes Evan Mobley or not. Number 4, Toronto. They moved up in this draft. They moved up 3 spots from where they could have drafted. If Jalen Suggs isn't off the board yet, he will definitely go here to Toronto. Kyle Lowry, I think he's all but done in Toronto. So having that Jalen Suggs, Fred VanVleet backcourt, Pascal Siakam at the 4 spot, Chris Boucher, OG Anunoby. They got to get a good guy at the 5 spot in there, but got Jalen Suggs at number 4. Number 5, Orlando. This is where it gets a little tricky. I think Jonathan Kuminga is a definite possibility here. Perhaps Scottie Barnes is a possibility here. Orlando, they've got 2 picks, so they can maybe afford to maybe take a flyer on one of them. At number 6, you have Oklahoma City. With Oklahoma City, you're thinking guys like, again, Scottie Barnes, if he's still on the table, Davion Mitchell, who had that really nice year with Baylor, helped them get to the championship. Keon Johnson, Jalen Johnson, Franz Wagner, all possibilities here. That's for Oklahoma City. Then at number 7, Golden State, they have Minnesota's pick. You got to think Golden State is going to want a guy who can contribute right away. So if that's the case, a guy like Corey Kispert, again, Davion Mitchell, Moses Moody, perhaps. Then at number 8, Orlando. This is Chicago's pick that Orlando was able to get due to that Vucevic trade. Orlando, they're pretty set at the 4 with Jonathan Isaac. Let me pull up their roster real quick. Yeah, they're set at the 1 with Markelle Fultz. They have Cole Anthony there. RJ Hampton at the 2. He showed some stuff after his trade from Denver. Wendell Carter at the 5. So they're set in a lot of spots. So I think Orlando, again, I think they're probably going to go for best player available. Again, guys like Franz Wagner, Jalen Johnson, maybe take a flyer on a guy like Kai Jones. That's a definite possibility too. At number 9, you have the Sacramento Kings, and it seems like Sacramento is in this lottery every year because they basically are. Gosh, who have they picked in the lottery in the past? They picked Georgios Papagiannis. They picked Jimmer Fredette. They picked DeMarcus Cousins, which was a good pick. They picked De'Aaron Fox, which was a good pick. Even last year, Tyrese Halliburton, he kind of fell into their laps, but awesome pick. So Sacramento, let's see, they're needing, let's pull up their roster. What does Sacramento need? They're good at the 1. They're good at the 2. Bagley, I mean, is he their 4 of the future? I don't know. Rashawn Holmes, I think they have to re-sign him. So again, they're probably looking for best player available, somebody who's maybe going to give them a bench piece. Again, Moses Moody, Josh Giddey, maybe a possibility for them. Then at number 10, you've got the New Orleans Pelicans. I think this is a team that's going to need some good defense. So I would look for them to target maybe some sort of defender at this point in the draft. You know, maybe a little high, but Usman Garuba, who is a really good defensive player from Real Madrid. He plays in Spain. Maybe that's a possibility. Personally, I think that's a little high. Kai Jones, potentially. There's a Turkish player who won Turkish MVP, Alperen Sengun. Mr. Sengun, if you're watching, I'm sure I butchered your name, and I apologize for that. But this is a guy who I would keep my eye on as well, somewhere in that late lottery. So that's New Orleans at 11. We have Charlotte Hornets, who got LaMelo last year, Rookie of the Year. They got Gordon Hayward too. They have Terry Rozier. Maybe they would try to get a big man. That's what they definitely need, but you got to think maybe that would be better in free agency for them to get a big man. So, you know, looking at the big men who would be available, I've mentioned Kai Jones a few times. If they really want to swing for the fences type move, Day'Ron Sharpe, center out of North Carolina. Isaiah Jackson, freshman from Kentucky, who may kind of be like a Mitchell Robinson type player down the line one day. So that's at 11. Number 12, the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, the Spurs, they need a lot. They don't really have a go-to guy on this team. I don't think you're going to get a go-to guy this late. So you're, again, probably just best player available. They love their international players. Maybe Josh Giddey is a possibility here. I'm curious if a team is going to take a flyer on Zaire Williams in the lottery. He came into Stanford as a freshman, as a really highly recruited, highly rated player. Just really didn't show a lot with Stanford when he was with them. Another guy to keep an eye on, and this might be, actually I'm going to save it for this next pick, the Pacers. Chris Duarte, I think, would be a good pick for either 13 or 14. Experienced player, can shoot the 3, solid defender, real bulldog mentality. He's a senior from Oregon. I like him. So 13 is the Pacers. I would look for them, you know, to take a guy who can contribute right away, because again, they're wanting to get back to the playoffs. And then number 14. Golden State's original pick, you know, of course, they picked number 7. That's from the Minnesota Timberwolves and the D'Angelo Russell trade. And, you know, who knows? They could package 7 and 14, try to get another player, try to move up. I don't know. But if they're picking at number 14, depending on what they get at number 7, I think at number 14 they can afford to have a guy who might take a little bit longer to contribute. Maybe a guy like Jaden Springer, who is a combo guard at the University of Tennessee. Maybe a guy, again, I mentioned like Isaiah Jackson, Day'Ron Sharpe, Greg Brown, and, you know, just big men, but still need a little bit more seasoning before they're able to contribute steadily in the league. And, you know, even Sengun, the fellow from Turkey, I think he could contribute right away. Maybe I really don't see him slipping out of the lottery. So hey, these are my picks. Just some thoughts right off the dome. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you are subscribed so you never miss another NBA video. I am Troy. This is the Half Court Report, and I will see you on the next video.